You know that feeling when someone shows up for you just when you need it most? That's what Uber is all about. Not just a ride or dinner at your door. It's how Uber helps you show up for the moments that matter. Because showing up can turn a tough day around or make a good one even better. Whatever it is, big or small, Uber is on the way. So you can be on yours. Uber, on our way.
Reality radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
Yeah, I know. 4th of July, what the heck are we doing here? We are helping you declare, wait for it, financial freedom. Aha, tripped you up, didn't I?
You had me going on that one.
Tripped you up, saw the expectation on your face, knew I had to go some other direction. Knew it. It's your financial freedom program. Talking real money. I'm Don. That's Tom in the hangar.
Yeah.
He is. He's in the hangar.
31 ships here with me today.
Ships.
Ready for anything.
Aircraft. Yeah. Ships are boats.
Same difference. No, I think you can call an aircraft a ship, too.
Well, that one up there, because that one floats, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It's PBY Catalina. So
that's a boat.
That does float.
Seriously, Tom is in his office at home, and Tom's office at home is filled with model aircraft. He's such a little kid at heart. He really is. At least it's not a model railroad. You know, it's kind of, they're flying around. Do you have a model railroad?
That may be next.
I like
that
model.
May be next.
That
might be next.
I shouldn't say anything. I kind of like model railroads. So, okay.
I'm with you.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. Happy 4th of July, Independence Day, or as we call it in America now, just another day with COVID. Thanks for being a part of it.
Are you doing anything? Special for the holiday?
No. Well, I consider this special. I'm doing the show. I got some hamburger in the fridge. I'm trying to decide between good old American burgers and tacos for dinner.
Okay. That sounds pretty special.
That's my big decision, trying to decide whether to watch Hamilton or not tonight.
Oh, that's an easy decision, my friend. I watched it last night, and wow is all I can say. What a great story. The way they tell it. Totally unique. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to watch it again.
Of course you are.
Yeah. No, I've been watching a bunch of times.
Tom is my friend who watches movies over and over and over again. I can only watch
every line.
I watch them one time, and I'm going, okay, I kind of know it. I don't want
one. You'll watch more. That one, I guarantee you'll watch more than once. Guarantee it.
I saw it on stage.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to seeing the video. I actually am really looking forward to seeing the video, one, because I have an incredible sound system through which to hear it, and two, because, even though I had great seats when I saw it, you're looking up at them. You're kind of looking at their feet, and to see it from a better angle would be kind of cool. So
yeah, they get some tight shots. It's very well done.
That's my
no surprise.
Big plan. That's my big 4th of July plan. No fireworks, because there aren't any. Disney's closed. Usually we would walk outside at my house and look out, and you could see like Disney World's fireworks and SeaWorld's fireworks and Hollywood Studios fireworks. You see all these shows, and it was like kind of fun. But in fact, one 4th of July a few years back, we were going to see my family in New York, and we flew back to Florida. We decided purposefully to fly back to Florida the evening of the 4th of July.
So you could see the fireworks from up in the air.
Our flight ran from like 8 until 10 p.m. And so as we're flying down the East Coast, everywhere you look, there are fireworks, and the plane was kind of COVID-y. It was kind of empty. Kind of
you were thinking they were maybe shooting at you, but there was just fireworks.
Yeah, they were too pretty. They didn't scare me much. So we're here to do something really important, actually. We're here to help you understand and manage your money better than you probably ever have before, because we know this. You're just learning it. Those of you who've been listening for a while have learned it. Most of the advice that is provided to you about money stinks. It's really horrible. So if you need some help, if someone's pitching you something, even though they're really nice people, it's probably a good idea to call us and just double check.
They're always really nice.
They're always nice
people.
855.
Go ahead. I interrupted the number.
You did.
Go ahead.
855-935-TALK is our number. 855-935-8255. And you can call during the show or you can call 24 hours a day, and we will talk about the money matters that matter most to you and your family. And some of the bad advice out there. We just read an article. And you know that I complain a lot about Market Watch, but I read it every day because it gives me stuff to complain about. They let lots of people write for them.
They do.
People with conflicts of interest.
Big.
And you found this article.
Yeah, I find it fascinating that that the stuff is out there, that people, they're writing it. And then, of course, when you read who wrote it, you find out that a little self-interest might have been involved in all this.
Well, what was the article? What was the topic of this article?
Well, the topic is why annuities can be a good addition to your retirement investments.
What kind of annuities? Hope he's not talking about variables.
No, in this case, he was talking about a fixed annuity. When we come back, we'll talk about why it's really not very good advice.
A fixed annuity is one that pays a set rate for a period of time. Sometimes it's a year and then they adjust the rate. Sometimes it's set for 3 years or 5 years or 10 years, but they give you a set rate. And this guy has an interesting take on all of this. 855-935-TALK.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
We don't believe in seat-of-your-pants investing. We believe investing should be based on solid science, on academic research. That's why on July 29th, we'll be hosting a brand new class, The New Science of Real Investing, at 8 a.m. via Zoom. Get your tickets right now at talkingrealmoney.com. Just click on the new events button or the events button and reserve your place. Go to talkingrealmoney.com and make sure you're there to learn the science of real investing in our next online Zoom class. Go to talkingrealmoney.com, click on the events button.
For your real life and real future, Tom and Don are talking real money.
Because there's a lot of really bad information out there about investing, and a lot of people who are trying to persuade you to do things that are not necessarily in your best interests. And what we're talking about is an article in Market Watch that was touting the benefits of a thing called a fixed annuity, which is an annuity. It's like the original annuity. It's the kind that paid an interest rate. And they're allowed to say that they are, quote, guaranteed, unquote.
Now, they're guaranteed by the insurance company. So if something happens to the insurance company, then it's not, the guarantee goes away. And recollection is about a decade ago, one of the largest insurance companies would have gone away had you and I not loaned them money. That's a separate aside issue, I think. But
it's an issue.
Fixed annuity, it is an issue. A fixed annuity while you're accumulating. This is where I really have trouble, because the author suggests, and the author is a higher up at a company called TIA that Don will talk about in just a moment. But
oh, yes, I will.
Suggest putting money into a fixed annuity while working. I don't understand that, because while you're working and you have income, for the most part, much of your money should be exposed to stock markets because they've returned more than fixed annuities over time.
Although he did, in fairness, he did refer to it for the safe portion of your money.
Okay, but you could use bonds for that. They're going to be far cheaper than paying them to hold the money in an annuity. Far cheaper. And you'll give them the numbers here in a minute. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think it's needed. He quotes a survey that a majority of respondents believe guaranteed lifetime income like an annuity provides a feeling of security.
Of course,
let me read that again. A majority of respondents believe guaranteed lifetime income like an annuity provides a feeling of security. No kidding. I mean, that's saying literally nothing. I mean, everybody wants security when they get to retirement. A fixed annuity might make sense after you retire. If you have a pot of money and you want to have somebody pay you back at some interest rate and it's guaranteed for a period of time. I'm less troubled by that than I am with the idea that you own it while you're accumulating. I'm more troubled that that Market Watch runs this article. It does say opinion on it. But most people don't differentiate very much, and they read it and they think,
opinion. It's an opinion of a guy who makes lots of money selling annuities. Isn't that more? I don't know. It sounds like a commercial to me. I wonder if he pays for it, but probably not. Just really bad advice. And let me just share a little bit of information. I did some homework. Forbes in April, I didn't have the May numbers yet, but in April compared CD rates to fixed annuity rates. Annuities from an A or better rated company. Now, bear in mind, if you want a lower rated company, you can get higher yields, but there's risk no matter what they say. From an A or better rated company, the 3-year lock on a fixed annuity was 1.95%. The 3-year lock on an FDIC insured government-backed certificate of deposit was 1.85. These are the averages. So,
and can we unequivocally say the government-backed CD is safer than
yes, we can
annuity?
Unequivocally say that.
That's what I thought.
We can unequivocally say that. The other thing that I find fascinating is the fact that TIA holds itself out to be such a wonderful, reputable firm. And I have never liked TIA. I don't trust them as far as I can throw TIA, because even though they're a nonprofit, they're high-level executives. I'll compare them with USAA. USAA is a nonprofit. USAA's top executives make their CEO makes below $10 million in total compensation a year, which is still a lot of money.
Indeed.
The CEO of TIA in 2019 in total compensation made over $17 million.
How much?
$17 million for a nonprofit. The top 5 executives at TIA made a combined $45 million in 2019.
No wonder they're not profitable.
Not only, well, they are actually. Well, they're nonprofit, so they don't.
Okay.
They have to spend everything, and they do a good job of spending everything, because I checked the 2019 numbers. TIA managed just over $1 trillion in 2019.
Which is not an insignificant amount. I think Vanguard has $6 trillion.
No. Vanguard has, 6.2 trillion now. Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was right. Yeah.
Yeah. But TIA's gross revenue from that is 4%. Basically, 4% of the value of the assets they take in as revenue. Would you like to guess what Vanguard's is? 0.014%.
I can't even run the percentages to tell you how much less that is.
It's a
lot.
Let's do it in basis points, because that'll help make it easier. 14 basis points for Vanguard
versus
400 basis points for TIA.
Yeah, I mean, most of their customers are teachers who I know make so much money they can afford to pay the higher fee, right?
4%. 4%.
Yeah,
Doesn't that has to tell you something about the veracity of their claims? It means that to make that kind of money and to pay you 2 or 3% on your money, they have to be taking ridiculous risks with the money. And you're the one who bears that inevitably. Now, that's not to say that risk is going to come to fruition, but risk is one of those things that lurks out there in the background, and it might strike. It's like for the last 10 years, you were in the stock market, investing happily, making money regularly, not thinking about that risk that lurked out there of a crash that we had in February and March.
We prefer not to call it a crash, actually.
A smush. A decline, a whoops.
We don't use that language. Okay, but back to where we started the conversation. If you have a 401k, a 403b, do you need a fixed annuity in that allocation?
No, absolutely not. There's no benefit to it whatsoever. No, annuities provide tax-deferred income. But it's only deferred income. It is not tax-free income. It is deferred. You will eventually pay taxes on that income. So outside of a retirement plan, you could make a small argument for someone in a higher bracket who's going to be in a lower bracket in retirement that there might be a case to be made after they've maxed out all of their other tax-advantaged retirement accounts. You could possibly make that case. Inside a retirement plan, I believe there is no case to be made for annuities ever.
And yet, when people read this, what they think is guaranteed lifetime income and less risk. So I'm getting something for nothing in a way, and you're not, because you're just paying a higher price. And you just pointed out, you can go out to the market and get a CD. You can put it in bonds, safe government bonds, and still be okay.
And there is no way to make more with less risk. That's a lie that people in this industry love to tell. It's one of their favorite lies. It really, truly is. We hear it all the time from these folks who claim to be fiduciaries and then sell indexed annuities, and they're telling you can get the return of the market with no risk. It's a lie. It's just a bald-faced lie. And yet, it's up to you to sort it all out. You have got to protect yourself. That's why we are here, and you can call us with your questions on this 4th of July at 855-935-TALK. You're not doing anything anyway. Give us a call.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
You've heard that about 99% of all financial advisors are not always required to act in your best interest. You've probably been pitched financial products by all manner of friends and relatives, and the investing you have done is probably a hodgepodge of ill-fitting pieces that are doing little to provide the financial security you need. If you're looking for a 100% pure fiduciary, and we'll put that in writing, low-cost, fee-only advisor who always puts you first, give Vestory a call at 800-386-3004. That's 800-386-3004, or visit us online at Vestory, VESTORY.com.
Your guides to a really great financial future. Tom and Don are talking real money.
855-935-TALK. Call us on that number on this 4th of July. We are actually here. This is not a best of us, although we're at our best. And it's about
there's
as good
not a lot
as
of best of.
Yeah, it's as good as it
talking
gets.
real money's around.
400 or so of them.
Oh, okay. If you don't call, we're going to keep cracking the bad puns, jokes, etc. So my suggestion no. Get on your phone.
There is no we in the cracking of bad jokes and puns.
That'll be my deal.
That would be Tom's job. In fact, let's bring his daughter in right now and ask about bad dad jokes, shall we?
I don't know where she is.
Oh, yeah, you lost her on purpose.
Exactly.
Actually, let me just make a point, though, because I talked about, and I'm a big fan of people making money, okay? I believe in capitalism. I am a capitalist. I have been a capitalist for most of my adult life. I believe in making money, but making 4% on your invested assets is on the very high side, I believe. It's higher than it should be. And I put it in perspective with Vanguard, which manages $6.2 trillion, and the percentage of revenue they take on average is 14 basis points, 0.14% versus 4%, or 400 basis points for TIA. And I want to be totally transparent with you. Our firm, we have an investment advisory firm called Vestory. A lot of you may not know about it. We're not anywhere near Vanguard size, where they manage 6.2 trillion. We're not even at 600 million yet. So we're about 450 million. Ballpark.
That's about right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just to put it in perspective, TIA makes 400 basis points gross. That's before expenses. We make about 75 basis points gross before expenses. Right?
Yeah. I mean, here's the other part of that whole equation. I mentioned this briefly, is most of their clientele are teachers. Most of you are teachers are generally not money-oriented people, so you don't pay a lot of attention to this. My problem is oftentimes you meet with that representative and they say, aha, you don't want stock market volatility. You want risk. You want this nice fixed annuity. Number two, teachers not only need the help, they need inexpensive products because they don't generally make a lot of money. They shouldn't be handing 4% to anybody.
But they don't get them. They don't get them because Vanguard does not make enough money to come in with a sales force and pitch products to teachers. And yet TIA does. And Another one that I despise, VALIC, they do it. They come in and they sell annuities to teachers. Heck, the teachers' own union sells annuities to the teachers because there's so much money to be made. And teachers and healthcare workers, I'm sorry, I hate this because I respect you. My daughter is a teacher. My niece is a nurse. My stepbrother's a doctor. I think you guys are incredible, and I hate that these companies have a great reputation on considering the terrible things they do to you financially. Valak and Tia, you guys are, I believe, my opinion is you are taking advantage of the people you are supposed to serve. Sorry, I got a lot there.
And Valak puts you in a bit of a pickle on this one, right?
Oh. Where's Aria? Aria? Your daddy did another one, dear. He did another one. He did the pickle joke.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
I heard they're kind of a big dill. So what can you say?
Yeah,
so
big deal. Yeah, I'm feeling a little soured on that one.
I just did that to reduce the excitement.
I'm sorry.
For a bit.
I just get so angry. Don't you? I mean, I guess I express it
wrong. Yeah.
I do. I express it more emotionally than you do. But
no, I think you're exactly right. And this is where we started the conversation. You don't need these products, certainly while you're working. You don't need to be paying anybody 4% of your money ever. Mm-hmm. And frankly, shame on them for taking that money in a way that does not feel good. The fact that they're a not-for-profit and the fact that they're working primarily with a group of people that don't make money the center of their life. So no, I concur. If you're a teacher, you got to look at all this very, very carefully. You've got to spend the time. You got to pick the right retirement system in the state of Washington. If you're saving after all of that, you've got to make great choices around the other investments. You got to spend the time on this to get it right.
And you know, when we come back, Tom, I'm going to ask you this question, and you may not know. What are the choices that teachers in the state of Washington have? Is it different for different school districts? So you don't even know what you can get. I want to share a story, though, when we come back about a bunch of school district employees who made a concerted effort to make a change. 855-935-TALK.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
Did you know I wrote a book? Yeah, about 10 years ago, I wrote a book about investing. Financial Physics, with an F, How Money and Investing Really Work. It's a short read. It's a really easy read because, well, as you know, investing is way too easy to be this complicated. And it's been on sale for a long time at Amazon. I updated it in 2018 to a new version. But if you don't want to buy it, you can go buy it at Amazon. It's $10. But if you don't want to buy it, if you want it free, well, you can get it free two ways. One, you can get a PDF copy by going to talkingrealmoney.com/free. talkingrealmoney.com/free. If you don't put in the /free, you can't find it. The other way is if you have an iDevice, like an iPhone or an iPad or a Mac, you can go get an interactive version of the book, a special edition that I made that's actually interactive, that's got videos and motion and things going on, and that's also free. Just look for Financial Physics, FYSICS, in the Apple Bookstore or Apple Books or whatever they call it now. Or go to talkingrealmoney.com/free, talkingrealmoney.com/free. And I guarantee you'll enjoy the PDF or the iBook or your money back. Check it out, talkingrealmoney.com/free.
Reality radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
And we're talking about the really generally terrible investments made available to a lot of people who are sold annuities and retirement plans, but particularly teachers and healthcare workers who have 403B plans, because 403B plans were originally created as annuity vehicles. And so the annuity companies, the insurance companies, have a very strong foothold in that business, and they're not going to give it up because they make a lot of your money. They put a lot of it in their pockets. And, you know, I was doing during the break, I was trying to do some research on the Washington State teachers plans, the TRS 2 and 3. And
yeah, you can't get into one anymore.
I can't find much good information. It's going to take a while. It's about as clear as mud.
It is complicated, and again, each district has their own idiosyncrasies as well.
And it's so opaque. I was looking at Seattle, and I go to the retirement page, Seattle Public Schools, and the first word there, it says tax-sheltered annuities. Of course, that's the emphasis.
Sheltered annuities.
That's the emphasis.
By the way, your retirement savings are tax-sheltered.
Yeah.
You don't need an annuity for tax shelter. You
Yeah, in fact, they call their 403B plan a tax-sheltered annuity 403B plan.
That's the Department of Redundancy Department?
Yeah, that's because...
That is really silly.
Yeah, and if you're one of these folks, give us a call. We'll try and help you find better ways to do this. But also, some of it's on you. 855-935-TALK is our number, 855-935-8255.
And if you're one of those folks selling to these people, call us, because I want to see, we're not going to get to see fireworks tonight, so maybe I can see some with Don and whoever's selling this stuff.
Let me just tell you, they know they can't win this argument. They know they can't win it. The argument is too weak. I challenge any insurance person who sells annuities to any kind of retirement plan to call me, tell me what your specific plan is, let me look up the disclosure documents, and you tell me how your plan, how you can justify selling that to anyone.
Okay, let's wait right now for the calls. We'll wait for the calls.
Yeah. We kind of knew we weren't going to get a lot of calls today anyway.
Crickets, baby. Yeah. Crickets.
I mean, it's the 4th of July, but I figured nobody.
Oh, do you still have the tape of the guy who fell asleep during your other show? Maybe we could run that.
Oh, I have that.
That was
somewhere.
Always a good one.
I have that somewhere. I was going to tell a story, but I'll tell that one first.
Oh, go ahead.
I was doing my show. I was on at night. This was when I did the night show. I switched it to days later, but I was working overnights on the East Coast. Did 5 hours of Money Talk. 5 hours of Money Talk every night.
No wonder you're so good at doing 2.
5.
That's amazing.
And 3 on Saturday. It was ridiculous. Anyway, I was on. I was doing the show out of Walt Disney World, out of the Disney radio studios, and great studio, great engineers and production values. These guys were amazing. And so, I think it was 806 Disney was the number even, and the calls were just lit up. Middle of the night with tons of calls. So we're going through the list, and I go to a guy, and I think it was in Houston for some reason.
Let's pick on Texas. Why not?
It was because it was somewhere where it was warm. It could have been Florida. And I go, hey, so-and-so, welcome to the Don McDonald Show. And the line is open. You can tell it's open.
Right.
And so I tell my engineer, I think it was Rob who was engineering that night. It's Rob or Bill. I said, turn the volume up. And this is what you hear.
You can hear the guy snoring.
You can hear him snoring. And in the background, you hear the crickets. We had such a good connection. You could actually hear the crickets over the phone.
Did you ever, by the way, I forgot to ask, did he ever wake up and ask his question?
No.
Oh, he never did. You used to go back to him, though, from time to time.
We kept him on for the entire show. We kept him on.
Checking in. Make sure he's okay.
It was a toll-free call. So we weren't worried about running up his bill. And we did. We checked in. We go, okay, let's go back and see if he's all right. Yep, not dead, still sleeping. And so that
talk radio. You never know what's going to happen.
That and the guy from San Francisco who
I don't think I know that
who
one.
used to call me all the time from a phone booth when they had phone booths. Remember those? And he would go, "Hey, Don, I'm sending those gourd seeds up in the space shuttle to radiate them." He would call me about his gourd seeds. I know. And
wasn't he supposed to be calling that other late night show with the West of the Rockies toll free line?
Yeah,
that guy,
the one the hiding in a bunker in
That's
Nevada.
A different program. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Should have seen this. He mailed me a picture of himself.
Art Bell. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, guy with big wild hair. Oh my goodness. 855-935-TALK is our phone number. 855-935-8255. Come on by. Let's talk. It's 4th of July. What are you going to do? Talk to us. We'd love to hear from you.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
If you're sick of your self-interested financial advisor and are looking for a 100% fiduciary low-fee investment advisor, call my firm Vestory at 800-386-3004 or visit us at vestory.com.
For your real life and real future, Tom and Don are talking real money.
Oh, finally, I found the Seattle Public Schools list of approved investments. I'm going to tell you that in a minute. Give us a call at 855-935-TALK, 855-935-8255. And Barbara, you called. Thanks. Hi, Barbara.
Hi. Happy 4th of July.
What's up?
Hey.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Same
you
to
too.
So both my husband and I are teachers, and I just wanted to comment on the retirement systems that they have.
Uh-huh.
So so through the state retirement, it's called TRS, and depending on how long you've taught, and it could be plan 1, 2, or 3. It's not. When you're talking about the annuities, I think that those are some options that you can buy, but the standard plan puts it in about 80 in equity and about 20 into a bond fund, which is their I think it's called the TAPS, TAPS, and maybe that's what the information that you found online.
Yeah.
And then
it was very unclear.
It's very unclear. It's not a teacher can't go in and sell out of their TAPS and go into self-directed. It all has to be done over the phone, and then you've got the 15-day wait, and then you have a 2-day. So it really takes to get your money out of the TAPS fund into a self-directed fund takes about a month and a half. But it is an option, and
that makes sense.
The teacher, the good thing of the teachers, they also got piggybacked with their pension. So they have two facets of their retirement that they can receive in retirement. So they all have a nice pension.
The pension is a separate thing. You got a 403B, which is a defined contribution plan, and then the pension, which is a defined benefit plan. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, but it is the one drawback that I found is once the teacher chooses the percent that they put into their retirement, that can't change. You're stuck. If you choose 10%, you're in 10% for the duration of your teaching career.
Really?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds a little harsh.
Yeah.
How much are you putting in?
I'm putting in 15. My husband's putting in 10.
Good for you.
Awesome.
You guys are going to have a nice retirement. Congrats.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Barbara. I appreciate the call. Thanks. Have a great Independence Day. 855-935-TALK is our number, 855-935-8255. Now, Seattle Public Schools has I found it, finally. It's buried. The people who manage their 403B make available a list of approved vendors. And this is typical with a school district.
Yep.
I was going to tell the story of the Albuquerque School District who finally got Vanguard approved many, many years ago as one of the vendors because Vanguard doesn't make an effort to come out and solicit those kind of accounts. You have to sign up with them. So I finally found the Seattle Public Schools, which is the biggest school district in the area, I would guess.
It is.
Yeah. So here's the things you get to choose from. And I'm going to go down the list because you're going to love this part. Let's start with the A's. AIG Retirement, formerly known as VALIC.
AIG?
VALIC.
Oh, that's right. They roll.
VALIC is owned by AIG.
We can put a big line through that one.
That's a no. American Funds.
Line through that one.
Okay. Ameriprise.
Big line through that one.
Aspire Financial Services, which is AXA. It's insurance stuff.
Bye.
Equitable insurance stuff.
No.
Wait. Fidelity.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
There you go. We got one.
Yeah.
We got one. Franklin Templeton. No.
Unless you're real old or something.
No, it's bloated. It's actively managed. Great American Financial Group. Annuity.
No.
Invesco Oppenheimer.
No.
Lincoln Investment Planning.
No.
This is so easy.
I'm gonna start being like Hamilton last night. I'll answer the question before they ask the question.
MetLife.
So fast on the boom. Nope.
Penn Select Foresters. No.
Not gonna happen.
Security Benefit Life.
No.
TIA.
Yeah, if you want to pay out your 4%.
Isn't it ironic? I'm doing a little song, a little musical.
You're doing
ready? Well. Who's next?
After Tia?
Vanguard.
Vanguard? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. Vanguard and Fidelity. We've got two options so far.
Voya?
No.
Waddell and Reed? No.
No.
All right, 855-935-TALK.
We got two
you
shots.
Get two. That's it. You get two.
Okay.
And give us a call at 855-935-TALK. Pat is next. Hi, Pat. Welcome to Talking Real Money.
Hey, Pat, how can we help?
Thank you guys for working today.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
We would be watching a documentary on TV or something, so this is much more fun.
Well, I was out pulling weeds, but I thought I'd come inside.
Thanks.
Oh, that's what I should be doing, Pat, but I'm not. Okay, so you busted me there. Good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I'm not going to. It's 100 degrees out in Florida.
Yeah, you got a different deal there. So how can we help you?
Well, my husband has several annuities that he signed up for a long time. Well, not a long time ago. In the like 10 years ago, through his broker. He never discussed them with me. And my husband has dementia now, and I'm trying to sort these annuities out, and he has none of the original paperwork. So I don't know what the terms of the annuities are. I was able to figure out a couple of them are variables, but does the broker have an obligation to give me copies of the original contract if I can't find them?
Oh, sure. Yes.
Okay.
They have them on file.
Have they annuitized? Have you been receiving income from them?
I believe at least one of them has been annuitized. Here's the problem. The money goes into the brokerage and not into my husband's account.
Excuse me?
Through the annuity. Yeah.
Does it go into an account in his name with the brokerage firm?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay,
They
good.
called
Thank goodness.
They called the last several months because they were putting $700 a month into his private bank account that he doesn't need. Yeah. And he's not getting that much from the annuities. It's not all money from the annuities. And I think they were going to have to liquidate some of his holdings in order to give the $700. I said he doesn't need it.
About how much money is in all these?
It's still going into his account somehow.
Yeah. But, Pat, about how much money is in all of these together, roughly?
I believe
ballpark.
Under 100,000.
Okay, so there are lots of little ones all over the place.
Yes, there's at least 4 of them, maybe 7. I had it all organized 6 months ago, but I had so many questions and I didn't want to deal with the broker on it.
Well, I got to tell you, you're going to need to get some clarity. You're going to need to sit down with somebody and spend some time going over these. Somebody who knows these, and it's probably not in your best interest to go sit down and talk with the broker because he's probably going to try and sell you something else.
Well, yeah, he tried to get a hold of my money, my account.
Oh gosh,
said,
you really need, and this is not a pitch for our firm. We never high pressure sell anybody, but you should go to talkingrealmoney.com or vestry.com and just make an appointment with one of our advisors remotely. You can do it on Zoom or on the phone, just to have somebody look over these things and see what they are, because there's a lot of detail you have to figure out. Which things have been annuitized? What are your options with that money? What can you do with those you already have? What can they be rolled into? What other options, investment options do you have for this money? What might be a better plan? Because what you have right now is a broker sold hodgepodge of garbage. That's really basically what it is. There's no plan behind it. There's no planning behind it. There's merely the desire to generate commissions, and that's what your broker wants to do. This person wants to generate commissions for him or herself and not necessarily do what's in your best interest. If they just happen to do that, hey, gravy! But you need to get this looked at. Thanks for the call, Pat. 855-935-TALK.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
We don't believe in seat-of-your-pants investing. We believe investing should be based on solid science, on academic research. That's why on July 29th, we'll be hosting a brand new class, The New Science of Real Investing, at 8 a.m., via Zoom. Get your tickets right now at talkingrealmoney.com. Just click on the new events button or the events button and reserve your place. Go to talkingrealmoney.com and make sure you're there to learn the science of real investing in our next online Zoom class. Go to talkingrealmoney.com, click on the events button.
Your guides to a really great financial future. Tom and Don are talking real money.
We don't and we never have made a big deal out of the fact that Tom and I together started a investment advice firm about a decade ago called Vestory. But if you need somebody to help you look over a situation like this, it can be overwhelmingly frustrating and confusing. And that's where we come in. That's why we started Vestory, to help people with problems like this. And we will help you honestly. We won't manage your money for life for free. We can't afford to do that. But we will help anybody who asks, and we will do it without obligation and without a high-pressure sales pitch. Absolutely. In fact, check out our new the new Vestory website at vestory.com, and you just got all kinds of cool stuff there, and you just scroll to the bottom of the page and set up an appointment at vestory.com.
We hope you realize that the information provided on Talking Real Money is for educational and hopefully enjoyable purposes only. Providing personalized financial planning or investing advice takes time, so please consult with a really good fee-only fiduciary investment, tax, or legal advisor. We know a good one. Investing must always involve risk. In other words, you can and probably will lose money at times. Also, as much as you want it, no one can accurately and consistently predict the future. So past performance doesn't tell you a darn thing about what the future will bring. Unlike many other programs that say something similar, Talking Real Money is not trying to get you to buy or sell any financial products or securities. Instead, the program is provided as a public service by Vestory, a fee-only registered investment advisor. Thanks for listening, and please visit talkingrealmoney.com for more information and disclosures. That should keep the lawyers happy.